You think you know fear until you realize the hunter in front of you is hunting its own kind. In the silent undergrowth where every vibration can mean death, snakes do not hesitate, they do not warn, and they do not forgive mistakes. This is not a battle of strength alone. This is a war of reflexes, venom, muscle, and instinct. And in this world, even the deadliest predator can become food in seconds. Hidden beneath leaves and shadow, a slender, venomous snake moves with confidence, unaware it is already being watched. Another serpent, heavier, colder, and infinitely patient, closes the distance inch by inch. There is no sound, no warning. Then impact. The ambush detonates like lightning. Fangs strike with surgical precision, injecting neurotoxin designed to shut down life itself. Panic erupts. The smaller snake thrashes, coils snapping wildly, instinct screaming to escape. But venom does not kill instantly. It steals control first. Muscles weaken. Reflexes slow. Every movement becomes delayed, sloppy, desperate. The attacker does not rush. It waits. This is calculated survival. Another bite lands closer to the head, this time sealing the outcome. Resistance fades. What was once a hunter now lies motionless, reduced to nothing more than a future meal. Yet nature is never one-sided. In another moment, the roles reverse. A non-venomous constrictor armed only with raw muscle and perfect timing is struck first, but it does not collapse. Instead, it reacts. Coils explode forward, wrapping tight around the attacker's head and neck. Pressure increases with every breath. Blood flow slows. Oxygen disappears. Venom means nothing when jaws can no longer open. This is the rule of the wild power is temporary. One mistake, one delayed reaction, and dominance evaporates. In the snake world, survival is written in milliseconds, and mercy does not exist. If you're ready to witness how these deadly encounters escalate even further, stay with us. Hit like and subscribe now, because what comes next pushes survival to its absolute limit. In the wild, being armed with poison does not guarantee victory. Sometimes, it only buys time, and sometimes not even that. As one venomous snake finishes its last meal, its body heavy and movements slowed, danger returns in a form even more ruthless. From the shadows, another predator advances. Faster, leaner. Built for one purpose, only killing other snakes. The strike comes without hesitation. Fangs connect cleanly, targeting the neck, flooding the bloodstream with neurotoxin meant to end the fight in minutes. But this time the victim refuses to surrender. Massive coils whip around with explosive force. Muscle tightens like steel cables. This is not panic, this is strategy. With every contraction, air is forced out, blood circulation collapses, and the venomous attacker feels its advantage slipping away. Venom needs time. Constriction does not. The struggle becomes a silent test of endurance. One predator relies on chemistry, the other relies on physics. Each second that passes favors the tightening coils. The attacker's head is pinned. Fangs are useless. Venom cannot be delivered again. Oxygen becomes the rarest resource of all. Then, escape. With a final surge, the venomous snake tears free and retreats, choosing survival over dominance. In this world, retreat is not weakness, it is intelligence. The battle ends without a kill, but the message is clear. Not every strike leads to death, and not every predator walks away unchanged. Moments later, another encounter unfolds. A snake focused on an easy meal never senses the danger behind it. The ambush is flawless. One precise bite. No struggle. No second chance. Neurotoxin spreads quietly, and within moments, movement fades. The hunter becomes prey again. This is the unforgiving rhythm of the wild. Every victory is temporary. Every pause can be fatal. And the next threat is always closer than it appears. If you want to see how these battles escalate when speed, venom, and raw aggression collide, don't look away, like the video and subscribe now, because the next chapter reveals predators that never hesitate. When two top predators meet, there is no warning ritual. No display, no second chance. The air itself seems to freeze as one of the most feared snake hunters on Earth enters the scene. Silent, focused, designed by evolution to hunt killers without hesitation. It moves with deliberate confidence, reading ground vibrations, tracking heat, calculating distance. Ahead, another massive serpent rests, its body still heavy from a recent kill. Slower, less alert, vulnerable for the first time in hours. That moment is all the advantage an apex predator needs. The attack is instantaneous. A lightning-fast strike aimed at the head, delivering a dose of neurotoxin powerful enough to shut down the nervous system. But size brings strength. The larger snake reacts with brute force, looping its enormous body around the attacker. Coils lock in. Pressure surges. This is venom versus constriction at its purest. Muscle tightens. Bones strain. Blood flow drops with every second. The attacker's head is trapped, jaws immobilized. Venom has been delivered, but not enough. Not fast enough. The larger serpent does not need poison. It only needs time and oxygen denial. The battlefield becomes a test of endurance rather than speed. Seconds stretch endlessly. One predator fights for air. The other fights to finish. Then, in a final desperate move, the venomous hunter tears free, abandoning the kill. Survival overrides dominance. Retreat becomes the only path forward. But the apex hunter does not stay empty-handed for long. Sliding through dense cover, it detects another target, smaller, slower, with no escape route. There is no prolonged struggle this time. A controlled approach. A precise strike. Venom flows. Paralysis follows. The prey collapses before it even understands what happened. In the snake world, apex status is not about size alone. It is about decision-making under pressure, and knowing when to strike and when to disappear. If you want to witness how even apex predators can fall when they underestimate their opponent, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because the next chapter reveals a hunter immune to fear and to venom itself. There is one hunter in the snake world that breaks the rules. It does not rely on speed alone. It does not depend on venom. And most terrifying of all, it is not afraid of being bitten. This predator hunts creatures that other animals instinctively avoid, turning the most dangerous snakes on Earth into helpless victims. Camouflaged against the ground, it waits. Muscles relaxed. Heart rate steady. Ahead, a highly venomous snake coils, defensively sensing movement, but reacting too late. The attack is sudden and absolute. The hunter surges forward, wrapping its body around the target before fangs can find flesh. The response is frantic. Violent strikes, repeated bites, but they mean nothing. This predator carries a natural resistance to venom. What would kill others in minutes barely slows it down. As the trapped snake struggles harder, the coils tighten. Every breath becomes more difficult. Blood flow is cut off. Panic accelerates exhaustion. Strength drains rapidly. This is not a chaotic fight. It is methodical. The hunter adjusts its grip, targeting the head, preventing any further bites. The prey's movements grow weaker, slower, until they finally stop. Silence returns. Another lethal serpent has been erased without poison, without hesitation. Nearby, another confrontation unfolds. A rattling warning fills the air, a desperate attempt to scare off death. It fails. The hunter advances anyway, ignoring threats, ignoring danger. The pattern repeats: wrap, tighten, wait. Resistance fades. The outcome is inevitable. In nature, fear keeps most creatures alive. But some predators evolve beyond fear. They are calm where others panic. And that calm is what makes them unstoppable. If you're shocked by how venom can become useless against the right hunter, tap, like, drop a comment, and subscribe now, because the final chapter delivers a confrontation where size, aggression, and desperation collide in the most brutal test of survival yet. The final confrontation is not fast. It is heavy, deliberate, and filled with tension. A massive constrictor moves through the terrain, confident in its size and strength. Few creatures challenge something this large, and fewer survive if they try. But desperation creates dangerous decisions. Its target fights back with aggression, refusing to surrender. Teeth clamp down, pain erupts, and the struggle intensifies. The constrictor thrashes violently, but it does not release. It never does. Speed and venom are not part of its strategy. Endurance is. Slowly, the coils reposition. Not tighter, smarter. With every movement from the trapped animal, pressure increases. Breathing becomes difficult. Strength fades. The battle is no longer about attack or defense. It becomes about time, and time always favors the one who stays calm. Minutes pass. Resistance weakens. The final movements are not violent but exhausted. When the threat is gone, the constrictor loosens its grip, dragging its victory into cover. There is no celebration, no pause. In the wild, survival does not allow reflection. These encounters reveal the truth about nature's hierarchy. There are no permanent kings, only survivors. Venom can fail. Strength can be matched. speed can be miscalculated. The only rule that never breaks is this: hesitation equals death. Every snake you've seen today was both a predator and a potential victim. In this world, dominance lasts only until the next encounter. And somewhere nearby, another hunter is already watching, waiting for the smallest mistake. If this journey into the ruthless reality of snake survival kept you locked in, make sure to like the video, share it with fellow wildlife fans, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring more raw, real moments from the wild straight to you.